So what are you doing?
We're gonna parse for the pickup.
So if we want to get the pickup settings, we're gonna go to parse, and we're gonna create a new parsing message. Okay, so we're gonna go to the relay, and we're gonna tell it to run a command. Okay, so we're just gonna do this. We're gonna call this settings. That name means nothing. It's just purely whatever I want to make it to where we can tell what it's doing, right? So the first one is power factor. That's how I'm pulling power factor. And for that, I'm sending a meter command and then carriage return, whatever LF is. I don't remember what, but it's basically met enter is basically what I'm telling it. So here, I want to do a show command, which is the command to have a relay show you its relay settings.
Mm-hmm.
Anything with a Schweitzer, you only have to type the first 3 letters. So that is meter, this is SHOW.
Okay.
Doesn't matter, right? It just truncates, it only cares about the first 3. We're gonna tell it to carriage return again. So now we're gonna go out to the attached relay. We're gonna say, show me your relay settings, right? Now, this is the tricky part. I have to know what I'm looking for in the relay, and I've got to figure out a word that it can look for that's going to be unique and only shows up once. Well, in this case, you want to know the pickup setting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to go all the way down to the exact setting I'm looking for, which in this case you wanted the phase time overcurrent, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to tell it to go look for 51P1P. Okay, so now it's going to type that command, and it's going to search that command for the first time it sees the word 51P1P.
There's no space in between there on the.
I'm sorry?
Was there no space on the when you looked it up?
It will not matter.
Okay.
So now we'll save this, and now it's gonna pop open another line down here. Normally it'll save it to settings. Might not have done that yet. Yeah. So now it says settings plus part. So it takes the first word I did there, and then it creates another flex parse character thing. So now it's going to go through. Oh, I forgot one other thing. I have to tell it how often to do that. So right now it's going to do it every 5 seconds. This is a big, huge amount of data. Okay.
Yeah. No.
I
Once
don't
a
want
day
to do that.
would be
So,
enough.
yeah, we'll,
Why?
So-
We don't change those settings
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
but for now I'm going to leave it every 5 seconds because for my commissioning sake, if I set it to once a day,
Yeah.
it's going to take me 4 or 5 days for it to
To
actually
commission.
populate the
Okay.
value.
Yeah, I got it.
But eventually we're going to want to change that to a higher level. So we'll come here. Now we say, what do we want to do once we find that word? Okay. So we're going to go through, and I only need one thing. And what I want to do is I want to define what it is. I'm going to say it's a metering value. And the tag name, now I name what the tag is. So we're just going to say this is FPP. Let's name it 51P1P. And we're going to look for metered value. And then I have to tell it what to look for, okay? So I'm going to say over here, I told it to look for a real, and that's the same thing I'm going to look for. I'm going to look for a real number. And then this number is how many decimal points. So it's going to go, it's going to pulse, it's going to find the first real with 3 decimal points. So we'll come over here, we'll slap that in there, we'll hit save. Now here's the, no, what did I forget here? What did I do wrong? Maybe it didn't like the name I gave it.
So that's existing already. Or?
I'm gonna let it, I might just delete it and let it have its old name back. I think I named it something it doesn't like. Get rid of that old line. Oh man, I've angered it now. I want to get rid of that. Invalid tag. Sometimes it doesn't like the name of, or it doesn't like it ending in numbers. Let's see what this one was. Let's name it what it is. Okay, let's make sure.
So that's true for all phases at one setting?
Yep.
Okay.
That's the way that's actually called in the world is maximum phase time over current. So now we can cheat and we can see if our data actually works, which is the cool thing of an RTEC. So what we'll do is we'll come over